One day you're going to die. That's not a maybe or a possibility. It's a guarantee. The scariest part? You don't know when. It could be 50 years from now, or it could be tomorrow. Maybe it'll even happen before this day is over. So let me ask you, if you died right now, what would happen? Would the world notice? Would the earth shake? Would people who never even met you mourn your loss? Or would you just be another forgotten soul in a sea of billions? Let's be honest here. Most people die, and the world doesn't even blink. Right now, while I'm speaking, someone's just taken their last breath. A mother, a father, a kid with dreams, gone. And you have no idea, because that's the way life is. Life moves on. But if someone like Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Elon Musk, LeBron James, or Drake died right now, the world would stop. News outlets, social media, millions mourning a person they never met. Why? Because they mattered. They built something. They refused to be forgotten. And here's the brutal truth. You can either be one of them or just another name wiped away by time. Time is your enemy. You think you have time? You don't. The clock is always ticking. Every second that passes is gone forever. You don't get it back. But most people walk around like they're immortal, like they have endless tomorrows. You say, I'll start next week. Next week becomes next month. Next month turns into next year. And then one day, it's too late. Game over. And guess what? Nobody cares about your plans. Nobody cares about the excuses you made or the opportunities you wasted. All that will matter is what you actually did. You are replaceable until you make yourself irreplaceable. Here's something you need to accept. Right now, you are replaceable. If you drop dead, someone will take your job. Someone will date the person you love. Someone will live the life you were too scared to chase. And the world, it'll move on just like that. But the legends, they can't be replaced. You can't just swap out a Michael Jordan, a Kobe Bryant, a Steve Jobs, a Muhammad Ali. Why? Because they did something so massive, so unforgettable, that their names became bigger than life itself. That's the level you need to reach. You need to build something so legendary that when you die, the world can't ignore it. You need to work so hard, push so far, and rise so high that your name becomes a force that lives beyond you. Because here's the thing, nobody remembers the person who almost did something. Nobody tells stories about the guy who had a dream but never chased it. Nobody writes books about people who settled for average. History remembers the ones who refuse to be forgotten. Your excuses are killing you. Let's face it, what's holding you back? It's not your parents. It's not your job. It's not your school or your circumstances. It's you. You keep making excuses. I don't have enough time. Really? How much time do you waste scrolling, watching, doing nothing? I don't know where to start. Then figure it out. Everyone starts somewhere. What if I fail? So what? Fail, learn, try again, repeat until you win. Excuses are the language of the weak. And the weak, they don't get remembered. Nobody cares about the reasons you didn't succeed. Nobody is going to sit around and say, oh, they could have been great, but life was tough. No, they'll just forget you. And that's the worst thing that could happen. Not failure, not rejection, not struggle. The worst thing is to be forgotten, to be nothing. The world doesn't care until you force it to. Do you think the world owes you something? You think people should notice you, support you, believe in you? They won't. Not until you make them. Not until you become so undeniable that ignoring you isn't an option. Because right now, nobody cares. Nobody cares how tired you are. Nobody cares how unfair life is. Nobody cares about your dreams until you prove you're serious about them. You know why people respect champions? Because they earned it. They showed up when nobody was watching. They worked when nobody believed in them. They forced the world to recognize their greatness. And that's exactly what you need to do. You have to outwork everyone. You have to be relentless. You have to push yourself beyond your limits. Because the second you stop grinding, the second you stop pushing, someone else will take your place. And if you let that happen, you'll be just another forgotten name. What will your legacy be? So I'll ask you one last time. If you died today, what would be left of you? Would people tell stories about the way you lived? Would they remember the impact you made? Would they say the world is different because of them? Or would you just be another name on a gravestone fading away with time? Because whether you like it or not, you are running out of time. Every second, Every minute, every hour, you're getting closer to the end. And when that moment comes, when your time is up, will you be proud of the life you lived? Or will you be filled with regret for everything you could have been, but never became? The choice is yours. You can keep living like you have forever. You can keep wasting time. You can keep waiting for the right moment, the right opportunity, the right feeling. Or you can wake up. You can take control. You can start now. You can build something so powerful, so legendary, that the world has no choice but to remember your name. This is your life. This is your moment. And the clock is still ticking. So what are you going to do?